Namaste students. So again I am here to tell you what exactly you need to do at the time of interview. Before you go to the interview cell, what you need to do, I have already cleared in my previous video. So when it's your turn as a next candidate, what exactly you need to do. And before your turn, what you need to do, I'll tell you first of all. If you have any fear in your mind about the interview, please ask yourself what exactly the reason behind your fear. Is it about preparation? Is it about what kind of questions the person will ask? Is it about the rejection in that particular interview? Is it about the expectations of your parents and your friends and relatives? Ask yourself what exactly the reason behind your fear. And let me tell you, unnecessarily we candidates carry the fear. Actually, it is not the problem of us. It is more responsibility of the interviewer or the panel member to select the most promising, most deserving, most talented person out of the candidates. Remember, the person is sitting over there to know what exactly you know. He is not there or she is not there to know what you don't know. So don't carry any fear. And it's a competition. Limited vacancies are there. So either you will be selected or you will be rejected. If you are selected, congratulate yourself. If you are rejected, tell yourself that maybe whatever problems or the mistakes you committed, next time you will work on them and the next opportunity you will grab. See, that's not the end of the world. Don't treat it as end of the world. And as I said, the person who is conducting the interview, he should have the fear. Because if he commits any error in selecting the most deserving candidate, it is his loss. It is the loss of that particular company, that industry. So you should not feel bad about your rejection. It is more of that person who is going to take your interview. Remember, if you have any misconception about interview, that some funny questions are asked, some tough questions are asked, you are put in the situation, you are asked some stupid questions that how many steps were there, or anything that you have heard, don't carry such load with you. Remember, such questions, such silly questions and stupid questions are not asked in any technical interview. It is just the rumors that are spread by some people, some stupid people. It is because the person cannot afford to ask you something very silly and something very stupid, that how many steps are there in the staircase. He is not going to ask you such silly questions. He is bound to ask you something related to the position that you have applied and your education, your experience, your resume, as I cleared in the last video. So don't carry any burden. Just enter the particular interview room when your turn comes, very politely, without making noise of your shoes. Knock the door if it is closed. Doesn't matter it is not closed. If it is open, go and seek the permission. This is very obvious that you usually do. When you are offered the seat or the chair to sit, say thank you. Or if you are not offered, if you are not asked to sit, seek permission that may I sit, sir. And don't feel bad about, they may ask you to stand outside, or they may not give you permission, or it might not be there in their mind because they are busy assessing the performance of the previous candidate. So don't feel bad about it. Doesn't matter you are made to wait for 1 minute or 2 minutes, or you are standing over there. Don't increase your burden. And if your burden increases, please breathe. Maybe thrice or twice you can breathe a deep breath, because you need oxygen in every cell of your blood, and that will definitely stabilize you. Don't worry about it. Don't carry any pressure. If the person offers hand, shake his or her hand firmly. Don't simply crush it, or don't feel shy to offer your hand, or you don't offer your hand on your own. See, you are junior over there, so don't do that. If hand is offered, offer it, and very firmly and confidently shake the hand. When you are made to sit on the desk, don't simply drag it unnecessarily. If you are supposed to drag it, lift it and then put it, so that unnecessarily the screeching sound is not created. So these are manners. These are manners, and you know all these manners. But because of the pressure and because of the fear, sometimes we forget and we commit some mistakes. These are small errors, and sometimes even the panel member may not pay attention to these errors because they are not there to point out your mistakes. They are simply finding or searching a best suitable candidate for them to work. And remember, it's a win-win situation. They are not going to favor you or you are not going to favor them. It's a win-win situation. You would be working for them and they are going to pay you. That simple relation is that. So don't carry extra burden. Sit comfortably. Now the first question is that where to keep your bag that you are carrying, or maybe the file that you are carrying. So where to keep your bag or the file that you are carrying? When you are sitting, don't put your elbows on the desk. Better you keep your bag or maybe the file on your lap when you are sitting very comfortably, and keep your hands on your laps. Don't simply lean unnecessarily like this, or don't simply look at how many people are there and no. Wait for them to ask you a question. Be comfortable, sit comfortable. See, if you are lucky and if the panel members are really mature enough, they will definitely make you comfortable. Because if they find out that you are having some fear, some confusion, some nervousness, it is moral responsibility of that panel member to make you comfortable. Because when you are comfortable, you are bound to give them some inputs about what kind of knowledge and skills you have. And that is what they are searching for. They are not there to nag you. They are not dictators. And they shouldn't behave like they are some superior kind of breed. No. If they are behaving, it is their problem. That is because, as I said, it's a win-win situation. They are not going to favor you, or they are not the owners to hire the servant or a maid over there and to exploit you. No. And if they behave like a dictator, having that superiority complex, they are unfortunate because they may not get a correct candidate, because everybody is not sound enough mentally that they may not be confused or they may not having the fear. We are people with emotions. So if they find you nervous, it is their moral responsibility to make you comfortable. And really mature people, they will definitely make you comfortable. They will ask you, how are you, Mr. So and so? Did you face any problem reaching over here? How do you feel the ambience over here? Would you like to have tea or coffee or maybe a glass of water? By looking at your physical reactions, they will definitely try to make you soothe you. Or sometimes they may simply casually start talking with you. Yes, Mr. So and so, you look really good. Your choice of shirt is really nice. These are the different ways they will try to make you comfortable. This is the sign of a mature interview panel member. So don't carry any fear. As I said, it is their responsibility. More responsibility is there, more onus is there on them to select the best candidate, promising one, talented one. So be comfortable. Number 2, listen very carefully to each and every question. Don't simply jump to answer. Listen. Let the person finish whatever he or she wants to say, and then you can talk. And whatever is asked, only answer that much. Don't be overconfident. See, if you are nervous, if you are scared, it is accepted. If you show that arrogance and overconfidence, because arrogance and overconfidence, they are brothers to each other. These two things, arrogance and overconfidence, nobody tolerates. Even the mature people, they do not tolerate. They will definitely bring back to you on the ground because they are knowledgeable. And they are knowledgeable and having experience, that's why they are in the panel. So don't try to be extra smart. Whatever they have asked you, answer only that much. Be brief, be to the point. And when you answer, look at everyone. It is very natural human tendency that if someone asks us a question, we are bound to look at him in response. This is what usually we do in our day-to-day life, and that is the habit that we have formed. But when you are addressing the panel, you must look at each and every one, those who are sitting in the panel member. Number 3, be loud enough so that everybody can understand. The moderate speed of your answer should be there so that everybody can match up. Because of the nervousness, sometimes we are trying to finish up the answer anyhow. And sometimes we know the answer, and in over excitement we go on speedily talking. Don't do that, because in the speed and in the over excitement you may commit some error, because the people are very smart. Out of your answer there are so many questions that are generated and they may catch you. So please be comfortable, answer only whatever is asked, so that the person will understand that you are calm and composed and mature enough to answer.